Why do we need databases? When I say databases, I'm specifically talking about relational databases. Sure, there are other types, but for now, these are the most crucial. Around 15 years ago, people were predicting the end of relational databases, but guess what? That didn't happen. Why? Because the concept of relationships in databases is simply extraordinary. Imagine you're trying to create an Excel sheet. Then you make a second one and then a third. Now, you try to ensure that the data in these sheets is consistent. What does that mean, consistent? It means that if Michael bought sweets at Tom's store and not Anna's, a silly mistake won't rewrite Michael's purchase record to Anna's store. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? From an accountant's perspective, both Tom's store and Anna's store would be in big trouble. They could be accused of financial and tax fraud. Tom's store would have less stock than the sales records indicate. Does that mean Tom is selling products off the books without paying income tax? And Anna's store would get money for products it didn't sell. In short, databases, and especially relational databases, save the day by preventing such calamities.
Let me show you. I'm starting from clean database and I have 3 tables that I've created. The first table is basically a list of stores. I've got XX store, and when I open it, I can see that there are 2 stores. There is Anna's store and there is Tom's store, and that's just it. Now, those stores can have products, and in a table XX product, I've got different products. Basically, Anna's store is all about groceries, bread and butter, and Tom's store is all about hardware. We've got 1 item here. Now, what's great about database is that I can create links, relationships between those tables that we call constraints, and I can connect XX store to XX product so that I only can choose out of stores that are on my store list. So if I wanted to add a new product from like Michael's store, because the store is not on my list, I cannot do it, and that's really great because the consistency is maintained. Because everything is tightly controlled, I can now add more tables and have this strict data control. I could add third table like purchase to store purchases from different stores, and then I can add more records, but I can only choose product from list of products that I have defined, and I only can choose stores from list of stores I have defined, and that's perfectly fine. But even more so, I can have more complex relationships between tables. I can control that not only the products are from store and product list, but also they are from a proper store. So if I go to purchase and I try to put 10 butter, but from Tom's store that sells hardware, I cannot do it because there is a complex link constraint defined between those tables, so this control can be even tighter. Now, I want you to understand that this is no joke. It seems simple here, but let me show you true scale of a problem. This is a list of tables of an example startup, in this case, online school. And you would think this is an exaggeration because the number of tables is so great that you cannot even visualize links between those tables on a single screen anymore. And if you think that I'm exaggerating, let's go through those tables so you understand why so many. These are first REST API connection tables with authorization data and structures. You will have backup tables to store backup. You will have deleted records table, the records you no longer use, but you are legally responsible for maintenance. Then you will have some CMS tables for content management system. Originally Joomla, I've converted that to modern one. You will have some maybe component for a forum discussion within your community if you have one. Then you will have WP, that's WordPress, previously some blog on your website. You will have XA tables, which are data analytics tables with statistics and some aggregations. You will have XM data for business analysis and personalization. Lastly, you will have transactional tables, and you need to understand that whatever functionality organization you want to build, you will always have different activities that must take place at the same time. We're talking marketing, sales, service, logistics, HR, legal requirements. And at this point you could give up, but at the same time think about what all successful businessmen say. They say it's all about execution, not an idea, right? And if so, then database is foundation of execution. Because if you are able to manage that kind of information, that kind of amount of data and relationships between them, keep them constrained and consistent, then suddenly you will have advantage in actually most of the activities. You will have sales flows that close deals smoothly. You will have customer service smooth and efficient. You will have marketing campaigns personalized as no other competitor. You will have legal requirements filled, all because you've built this foundation. And so you can think of database as a chance. And I guess we don't want to waste that.